Hi everyone, here are the answers to our revision questions for today. So question 49, we have here a square has side length of y. If the diagonal is 6 metres, find the exact length y. So what you'd want to do there is you'd want to kind of put that information on the picture to start with. So we know that we have a y for both sides because it's a square, so both sides are the same, and the diagonal is 6 metres. So what we can do here is use what we know about Pythagoras and use this to solve the equation that we can make using Pythagoras for y. So what we would say is that the two shorter sides squared and added will give you the long side squared. So we could set that up as y squared plus y squared equals 6 squared. Okay, that comes from your a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So on the left hand side, y squared plus y squared, well, that's 2y squared. And then 6 squared is 36. And now we're just solving the equation for y. So we would divide both sides by 2, so that's going to give us y squared equals 18. And then we would square root both sides, so y will be equal to root 18. Now we can go further with root 18 and simplify that down. That's a third, so we can simplify that into root 9 times root 2, which goes right down to the final line as 3 root 2, and it's a length, so it's metres. Question 50 is a trig identity, so we're showing that 1 minus cos squared a over cos squared a is equal to tan squared a. So I'm just going to write the left hand side out first, so 1 minus cos squared a over cos squared a. Well, the first thing that we would want to do is use our rule for the top line here. We know that 1 minus cos squared a is the same as sine squared a. That's one of our trig rules that we've learned. So that would then become sine squared a over cos squared a. And then the rule that we would use here is that sine a over cos a is equal to tan a. So if we have squareds, it's the same idea. So sine squared a over cos squared a would then give me tan squared a as required, so as we were asked to prove. The last question is just a fractions question, so it's 5 over 12 times 2 and 2 over 9, giving the answer in its simplest form. So 5 over 12 times, and we would change that 2 and 2 over 9 into a top heavy fraction. So the whole number 2 times the 9, that's 18, and add the top, so that becomes 20 over 9. And then for multiplying fractions, it's straight across the top and across the bottom. So 5 times 20 is 100, 12 times 9 is 108, and then simplify it down. So these both divide by 2, so we could do 50 over 54, and then they divide by 2 again, so 25 over 27. Can't simplify that down any further, so that would be that question complete.